the Motorbike Accident Law Formula 600s. Fantastic entry for this very competitive series. Steve's waiting on the grid.
Sam Hornsey is on pole position for the Motorbike Accident Law race then, the 600s. He's got a lot of competition though, because Ben Field here, number 14, is on the front row, and he's not been on that top step of the Formula 600 Championship just yet. Stay tuned for this one, it's going to be a good one.
Yes, thanks very much, Steve. It is a fantastic entry for the Motorbike Accident Law Formula 600s. We've got a couple of riders out there, very likely young prospects, Adam Lyon and Josh Wainwright, taking part in the championship for the first time this weekend, along with a whole host of regulars, Chris Moore, of course, Adam Oliver, David Jones, and the young man from Northern Ireland, the former race winner, Richie McNeil. But a lovely start there, and I'll tell you what, Steve, Richie McNeil is really getting starts nailed, right?
He is, yeah, he seems to get off to great starts, but it's just about whether he can keep the pace up right to the end of the race. Always a bad one there.
Yep, that's Simon Critchlow stepping off there right in the middle of the pack at Redgate. Good to see him get up, and once again, good avoidance by the rest of the pack.
Yeah, great avoidance there, and nice to see him. He's up and okay, but as I was saying, yeah, McNeil here, number 22, always gets off to a good start. He just needs to try and keep the race pace going for the full distance, because more often than not, towards the end of the races, he's just lost out on one or two positions. But he is going to be there till the end of the championship, and he could well take it through consistency. So good going from him.
And a good start indeed, having qualified further back down the grid from Josh Wainwright. Look at him there, number 5, up into second place already, and pushing hard in these early stages. As we see Rory Parker on the Kawasaki there. Rory, one of many riders over from the Isle of Man for this meeting.
Yeah, we've got plenty of riders that have come through from just across the waters there. We just saw Chris Mort, one of last year's championship contenders, just going up the inside of Adam Oliver. Pole sitter Sam Hornsey is just in 4th position there, and David Jones, the Welshman there, just in 3rd position. Thought about a cheeky look up the inside into the old hairpin.
Yes, once again, Steve, just like Richard McNeil getting these meteoric starts, Sam Hornsey, who really is brilliant at qualifying, seldom seems to get it off the line as well as he'd like. He then plays the rest of the race having to play catch-up. But catch-up he does. He's a very quick young rider indeed, but he does give himself some extra work to do.
He does, yes, but in fairness to him, I think he's seen, as we've witnessed throughout the weekend and as we've witnessed at Donington Park throughout the last 12 months, it's very easy to slip off on the opening few laps if you're pushing it too hard, certainly into Craner curves, and he's saving himself here, but we've got David Jones just going up the inside into 2nd position ahead of Josh Wainwright. There is Hornsey in 4th position. Shots there of Ben Field. Just seems to be struggling a little bit here today from 2nd on the grid.
Yes, of course, Ben, well, it was his rookie year just last season, wasn't it? So we get great results from the youngster, but he hasn't got that much track experience behind him. And there's a lot of guys out there with an awful lot of racing miles under the belt. And down there, we have a retirement. That looks like a triumph of Dave Wood. There's a triumph there. Going to be AWOL going up the escape road there. Marcus Woodbine, but he gets back onto the playing surface.
Yeah, I think there's one or two riders that are just out breaking themselves into this newly redesigned Goddard's chicane. It's a little bit tricky to try and get right because you can carry a lot of corner speed in there. And speaking of good corner speed, there's David Jones then with Sam Hornsey just ahead. Richard McNeil has fallen back. And so after that good start, he's just been railed in, and the last lap flags out, and it's going to be a race now to the line between Jones and Hornsey. And Hornsey's got the inside line in Redgate. Not this time, though.
Yeah, they're coming up behind number 61, Will Higginbottom, one of the visitors from the Isle of Man. He's soon to find the leaders all around his neck as he runs down through Crater curves. And here they come for the last time of asking. The charge being led by David Jones, Sam Hornsey tucked in there, looking to run up the inside, but can't quite do it. Richie McNeil, the long-time leader, back there in 3rd place and having to hold off Josh Wainwright, charging along in 4th.
Yeah, I don't think Richie McNeil's going to be able to keep up with Hornsey and Jones now. And Hornsey's just going to try and get some good drive now out of McLean's in towards Coppice. The last chance saloon is going to come into Goddard, so it's all about getting on the power as early as you dare here. Richard McNeil has closed that gap up a little bit, but he's run a little bit wide. I think it's going to be too late for him, but can Hornsey? Well, that silly move of looking over your shoulder may just cost Jones.
Yes, it's a huge effort there, and Hornsey sits up nice and early, and he's got the line into Goddard. Beautifully done. The youngster just grabs it right at the last. Checker flag of the win in the motorbike accident law Formula 600s to Sam Hornsey. Great stuff there. A steal at the end, but what a great race up the front, particularly between the first four finishers. Sam Hornsey, David Jones second, Richard McNeil third, Josh Wainwright in fourth, Adam Lyon finished fifth, and Ben Field finished in sixth. Well, Sam Hornsey, David Jones and Richard McNeil on the podium.
Great race win there for Sam Hornsey. We're used to seeing you on the top step of GP3 races, but now you've moved up onto the 600s. Looks like you're having some fun.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm getting too fat, too old and too slow for 125, so moved on 600s. And now they're really nice to ride. A bit of an handful, but it's all good. And now the race is really good to ride, because yesterday was a bit of a runaway, but it's this race I had to really work hard. So, really good.